Today, the world is a slightly darker, sadder, emptier place. The news has come out that Akira Toriyama has passed away at the age of 68, leaving behind a legion of inconsolable fans who had grown up sheltered by the adventures of his Saiyans. But besides grief, there is also confusion and fear. What will happen now with Dragon Ball and all the projects that were in the works? Perhaps the first thing to review is what those projects were. The most imminent one is undoubtedly Saiyan Lad, a new anime based on Toriyama's manga of the same name, which will arrive this month on Disney+. Although the author served as his writer, designer, and supervisor, everything was finished and shouldn't be affected in any way. It is possible that Dragon Ball Daima, the new anime set to debut in 2024, will coincide with the 40th anniversary of the series. May be delayed. Unlike Dragon Ball GT, Toriyama was deeply involved in the project. He was responsible for both writing the story and designing its characters and vehicles. Although its chibi style raised some doubts upon its presentation, the author defended the series in a letter to fans and assured that he was putting much more effort than usual to ensure its quality. While it's impossible for the series to be cancelled given its advanced development stage, Toriyama promised that Daima would delve into the mysteries of Dragon Ball world. Therefore, the big question here, aside from the release date, is whether the script was completed, or if at least the author shared those mysteries he wanted to unravel with someone. This could affect its quality or value within the saga for sure. In the case of Dragon Ball Super, it's assumed that the same will happen, and the chosen successor to Toriyama couldn't be clearer. It's Toyotaro, who has been illustrating the series since 2015 and who has expressed his thoughts on the death of his friend and mentor. I drew manga because I wanted Toriyama-sensei to praise me. He meant everything to me. Almost a decade of working side by side with his mentor is more than enough qualification for Toyotaro to take the reins and finish Dragon Ball Super, especially considering that the manga was nearing its definitive end according to Toriyama himself. The new arc seemed to be the last one, at least in the drafts of the chapter 102, and it would be rare if it hadn't been discussed in the studio. In any case, the final decision on all projects lies with Akio, the chief director of Dragon Ball, who just a few months ago caused an earthquake in the industry by breaking ties with the publisher Shueisha, responsible for Weekly Jonin Jump magazine. Ioku's new publishing company named Capsule Corporation Tokyo holds the rights to Goku and company apart from Dragon Ball Super, and it will be they who shape the future of the saga from now on. New movies, an anime adaptation of Moro and Granola sagas, more video games aside from the highly anticipated Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4, it remains to be seen. And although the fact that Toriyama wanted nothing to do with Capsule Corporation Tokyo, disassociating himself from it in fact, doesn't spew the best of omens, we can only hope that they live up to Toriyama's legacy and his characters. I apologize for my quality in this video being much more than normal. Even my tonality is hard to keep a straight face during these tough times. Like many of you guys, I am a Dragon Ball fan. I essentially grew up with this series. It's been something that I've held dear for a very, very long time. Any new information and updates I can give you guys, I will make sure you stay informed. It's very important the next steps that Dragon Ball takes in this dark time. In addition to this information, I'd like to give one final tribute to Akira Toriyama. The rest of this video will be me going over the best fight in Dragon Ball history, at least in my opinion. One that holds as a standing ground in fiction. The infamous Goku vs. Frieza, what most people fell in love with Dragon Ball and the pinnacle of writing in my opinion. Thank you everyone for being with me here on this journey. Toriyama's prowess in crafting villains that serve as a perfect foil to Goku is deeply showcased in the zenith of character of Frieza, an iconic antagonist deeply ingrained in the series and the hearts of its readers. Frieza's enduring presence and impact can be attributed to his embodiment of hopelessness, presenting a stark contrast to Goku, who symbolizes unwavering hope and the resilience to transcend limits. What makes Frieza particularly compelling is the perception that both Goku and Frieza possess comparable levels of power. This equivalence sets the stage for a climactic showdown where the indomitable force of Frieza, who effortlessly subjugates everything in his path, clashes against Goku, the beacon of hope standing firm against the tide of darkness. Delving into their distinct fighting styles deepens the narrative complexity. Frieza's approach is singularly focused on sheer power, underlined by the inherent strength bestowed upon him. Notably, he eschews the need to sense ki, a testament to his overwhelming natural abilities. In contrast, Goku's fighting philosophy extends beyond raw power, and the amalgamation of techniques learned from an array of friends and mentors. Goku's ability to not only keep peace with Frieza, but also outmaneuver his stems from a multi-faced approach to combat, leveraging a combination of learned tricks, strategic insights, and the collaborative wisdom gained from his diverse network of companions. Goku weaves a tapestry of tactics that extends beyond the mere clash of physical might. The dynamic interplay between Goku and Frieza transcends the realm of a straightforward battle, delving into the core ideologies that define them. Frieza, with his ruthless pursuit of power, serves as the embodiment of essential threat and despair. In contrast, Goku stands as the unwavering symbol of hope, utilizing not only his strength but also the collective wisdom and support cultivated throughout his journey. The reader clings to the hope that Goku can emerge victorious, confident in their knowledge that the two combatants are evenly matched and Goku possesses untapped reservoirs of power. Yet the Emperor of the Universe swiftly dispels this fleeting optimism. Frieza, with casual nonchalance, unleashes a mere 50% of his formidable power, a force sufficient to dismantle Goku's aspirations. As aptly articulated by Vegeta, eclipses the realm where pure hard work and determination can triumph. In the face of Frieza's unyielding dominance, the reader witnesses Goku struggle against a force that defies conventional understanding. Questions arise, echoing Vegeta's incredulous inquiry. How can such a being exist in this world? The inevitability of their defeat looms large, a realization punctured by Vegeta's ruthful acknowledgement that tangling with Frieza was an ill-fated choice regardless of the circumstances. Goku's valiant effort, symbolized by the desperate gamble of a ×20 Kaioken Kamehameha, flickers with a dynamic ember. Yet Frieza's overwhelming power extinguishes not only the remnant of Goku's ki, but also the lingering hope that this time victory might be within grasp. The narrative paints a somber tableau as Goku's final gasp becomes a testament to the seemingly insurmountable force embodied by Frieza. In a moment of seemingly insurmountable adversity, when Goku's own ki is depleted as a glimmer of hope emerges, the celestial bodies, the very essence of life across the planets, continue to brim with energy. An idea takes shape. What if Goku, devoid of personal strength, could harness the collective life force to vanquish the merciless destroyer of worlds? Hope rises within both the narrative and the reader, only to be swiftly tempered by a realization that even in the midst of the interconnected energy of planets and life, Goku may have reached the limits of his endurance. The ebb and flow of anticipation, a recurring theme in the saga's ups and downs, culminates a moment where it appears Goku is bereft of the strength required for the one final decisive act. The narrative unfolds with a twist, introducing a moment of unexpected salvation. Just when it seems that Goku's fate rests solely on the shoulders of familiar allies, perhaps his best friend or even his son, a surprising savior emerges. In an unforeseen turn, it is Piccolo, the nemesis turned ally, who intervenes. The Demon King's decisive kick propels Frieza away, a symbolic act underscoring the transformative power of change itself. As he grapples with the repercussions of his lapse, Goku seizes the opportunity. Time ticks away, thwarting Frieza's attempt to obliterate the planet, and Goku channels his remaining strength. With the resolute thrust of his arms, Goku unleashes a colossal spirit bomb directed at Frieza, an embodiment of the life force that once faded annihilation. The culmination of this climactic moment weaves a tapestry of poetic justice, where in the very essence Frieza ruthlessly sought to erase becomes the instrument of the ultimate defeat. Frieza, caught off by an unprecedented threat, responds with his customary bravado. Throughout this ruthless reign, no force has successfully harmed him, even Goku's formidable Kaioken ×20 Kamehameha, among the most powerful attacks in the universe, has proved inconsequential. However, a subtle shift occurs. A realization dawns upon Frieza. For the first time in his storied existence, an emotion unfamiliar to the tyrant takes hold: fear. In a remarkable twist, Goku summons newfound strength, defying the odds once again. The culmination of his power draws from the very essence of planets and the collective support of his friends. In this pivotal moment, Goku becomes the embodiment of vengeance, seeking retribution for his fallen race and the Namekians mercilessly slaughtered by Frieza and his army. The battle reaches its climax as Goku, fueled by the combination of energy of the planets and the unwavering support of his friends, executes a final desperate attack. In a poetic convergence of power and resolve, Goku hurls Frieza down, symbolizing the triumph of justice over oppression. The long-sought retribution for the atrocities committed against the Saiyan race and the Namekians unfolds as Goku emerges victorious. However, the narrative takes an unprecedented turn. Despite the apparent defeat, Frieza, the indomitable force, survives. With swift and merciless actions, he dispatches Piccolo and Krillin, leaving an ominous trail of destruction. As Frieza sets his sights on Goku and Gohan, poised for the next stage of the malevolent conquest, an unexpected plea echoes throughout the chaos. As Goku relentlessly pummels Frieza, the tyrant finds himself unable to comprehend how he, the Supreme Force, can be bested by a Saiyan, what he derogatorily refers to as a filthy monkey. Frieza's pride, an integral part of his identity, refuses to accept the defeat at the hands of Goku. In a final desperate move fueled by frustration and wounded ego, Frieza resolves to destroy Namek, fully aware that he cannot bear the shame of losing. The cataclysmic event engulfs Goku in a blinding light, obscuring the true outcome of their titanic struggle. Goku emerges victorious, but Frieza's parting strike adds a layer of uncertainty to the resolution. Frieza's miscalculation becomes evident, the planet remains intact, and Goku resizes his fleeting opportunity. With Namek on the brink of obliteration in a mere 5 minutes until its demise, Goku's resolve intensifies. This is more than a battle for victory, it's a quest for retribution in the name of Krillin, whose death served as a catalyst for Goku's relentless pursuit of justice. Rather than seeking to kill Frieza, Goku embraces a different strategy to break him, both physically and mentally. Frieza, accustomed to an unrivaled dominance and having never faced a true challenge to his reign, now faces an opponent who vows to dismantle his very pride. This climactic showdown is not merely about determining the superior fighter, it is a clash of ideologies, a test of character that forces Frieza to confront the limits of his despotic rule. As the battle intensifies, Goku taps into his full power, determined to strip away Frieza's invincibility. The one who orchestrated Krillin's demise will now bear the brunt of Goku's unyielding strength, an embodiment of justice seeking to topple the once unassailable tyrant. The narrative takes on a transformative dimension as Goku endeavors to not only defeat Frieza physically but also to shatter the tyrant's arrogance and indomitable spirit. Goku, having shattered Frieza's pride and proven that the very race he considered inferior could surpass him, reaches a point where he decided to end the relentless battle. Frieza, who once believed that the Super Saiyan was nothing more than a myth, finds himself grappling with the surreal reality that a Saiyan not only defeated him but also challenged the core of his supremacy. In the aftermath, Frieza, haunted by the realization that his dominance was just an illusion, cannot fathom Goku's departure. The Saiyan had extended one last chance, embodying the profound understanding of life he gained during this time on Earth. For Goku, life is a complex tapestry, rich with meaning and connections. In stark contrast, Frieza's narrow worldview hinges solely on being the strongest. Unable to reconcile with the prospect of a world where Goku exists as a living testament to his defeat, Frieza refuses to let him go. Goku's compassionate offer of a chance at redemption clashes with Frieza's deep and seated belief that life is only worth living if he stands unchallenged as the strongest being. This fundamental difference in perspective lays bare the contrast philosophies that define their characters. For Frieza, the idea of coexisting with the reality where Goku thrives is unbearable, a preferable outcome to the torment of living without the assurance of supremacy. The difference between Goku's embrace of life complexity and Frieza's singular obsession with dominance amplifies the emotional depth of their conflict, underscoring the profound impact that the battle has on both characters.